All right, here's all my custom colored baits so far. This was a crawfish color one. W Lures. Didn't change much on the front of that one. All the side is red. I painted the top because it was silver. Painted that one with sort of a pink color. It blended right in, and then put a blue stripe at the top. Chartreuse on the belly, and then underneath, then pink stripe. This is what the original one looks like. This one's just like a chartreuse and silver shad. So I painted light blue at the top, not all the way in. Wanted to leave it streaked like that because there's silver underneath. And then made the chartreuse a little bit bigger. And then it was an orange belly, red gill area, and then red at the bottom. So this is we call this one chartreuse with chartreuse orange belly. Here's another one. This is an all silver one originally. I'm gonna call this one red face because it's got a big old red face like that. It was all silver with these pattern on it, fin pattern. Scale pattern. So put purple at the top with purple stripes coming down to meet a pink stripe coming from the eye to the tail. And then I have orange stripes on the belly with, and did all that red face, and then did a little bit of pink on the underneath. We call that one red face. This one is similar to the chartreuse shad, but this one's that's the original, like a sexy shad with blue up top. So what I did was added purple up top, and then I did orange face, and then I did red all of this section. So I'm going to call this one half red. This one's going to be half red, because I like the orange bleeding into the red. I enlarged the chartreuse area and then left a silver belly. So I've got the purple, blue, chartreuse, and a silver belly, and then I've got some pink belly underneath. And that's off of the original sexy shad there. This one was just all completely silver. And so I painted it similar to some sort of a brim pattern. Green up top, green stripes with a blue thin piece, and then all all red face with some red underneath. Now, I don't know what we're gonna call that one, except it's just, I don't know, blue fin brim. That's the one that I made. This one is closest, I think, to the popsicle. I really like the look of this lure. It's got some chartreuse. All of it chartreuse. It had some bleed over chartreuse at the top, but it did purple up top, and then actually that purple over chartreuse, it looks red, but that's actually purple over chartreuse. That's what it came out to be, so that's fine. And then I did red up here, and then this was a little bit of a silver belly, so I finished it with chartreuse there to add more chartreuse, so we have a good section of red and then chartreuse. Those are really striking, and then did red on the belly. That one's going to be the Psycho, I think is what you named that one. This was the original citrus shad, and so then I think I put black up here, and then purple. I don't think I did all purple right there. Then I did purple, and then purple over the chartreuse. I think that came out to be red looking. And so then I did some stripes down there, and then I did actual red around those. I left this little red piece here, and then orange underneath around the lip with a stripe of red at the bottom, but really good red and chartreuse, and got some purple up there. So this one's another one that this is kind of mimicking the popsicle, but that's off the original slab citrus shad. And here was another brim one. Let's see. Yeah, this one, I just enhanced this one. This one's a really good green one. This is those HC55 ones, so a little bit bigger than the 733s. So it had really good green, and then those 3 stripes on it coming down, those vertical stripes. And then so I added this gill piece here with the red face, and then I added some, it was sort of a silver belly, so I added some more green stripes at the bottom to just finish out some stripes at the bottom. But that one's sort of like a brim color. This one is that one originally, and then I'm going to call this one Chinkapin, because this one is I'm just call it Chinkapin because it has, you know, red-eared sunfish. So I put a little bit up here. Didn't do much up here, but I did put a little bit of green, a green stripe there to enhance the green stripe. See, it was kind of lighter right there, more silver. So I did put a green stripe up there, and then I did a big orange stripe all the way down the body. And then red all around on the gill plate area. And then here I did some red and green stripes at the bottom, sort of on the belly, kind of mimicking a little bit of a brim. But this has actual nice brim looking green to it already. Then you know, like red underneath. That's that one originally. And then this one was one of the HC55s. This one's called Stripe. And so I wasn't as impressed with this one. It looked better in the pictures, but I really thought that it was going to be more vivid lines. But anyway, so I didn't. So I'm just going to call this one Stripes because I added a lot of stripes to this one. I did blue up top, and then the next is a red stripe. The next is an orange stripe from the eye to the tail. And then I did some red stripes down the side. I colored all the rest of that chartreuse. And then we've got underneath, then we've got some pink underneath. But that one's a multicolored one. I'm calling it Stripes because I've got a lot of color in it. Blue, red, orange, and then some red stripes with chartreuse, and then pink underneath. So, and I actually have it green. Have a little bit of green on the nose. And so that one's got a lot of good colors. I kind of like that sort of, you know, see that striped contrast color. That one, you know, doing some stripes there. Did some stripes on that one, you know, so. Or sort of contrasting halves, you know. So whether it be a red face on that one or the chartreuse orange belly, and then you've still got some good contrast all the way down. But those are the custom ones that I've done so far.